Yulee High School. We'll get there's a chance to see Carson showcase some of his talents here today. Lonnie Lockett, the fullback, the senior out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Linworth Lennon as the other wide receiver, the 5'9" redshirt junior out of Boyd Anderson.
And we'll give you as much of the defense as we can before we kick it off. Corey Barnes starts as a defensive end. He's 6'4", 260 out of Virginia Beach. The defensive tackle, Frankie Glenn. And we've got a short kick. They try to onside kick, but the Rattlers are alert. They fall on the football. That's number 31 for the Rattlers, Neil Cunningham, the redshirt freshman out of Fort Lauderdale. The Rattlers have great field position.
Well, we're going to start at the Delaware State 48-yard line. And so the surprise actually backfires on Delaware State, sets the Rattlers up in excellent field position as we get set to get this game underway. And so it is Carson Royal at quarterback for the Rattlers, as Damian Fleming hurt that foot a week ago against South Carolina State. He's going to load two backs in the backfield, isolate Casey Glines here to the near boundary, and twin receivers or two receivers to the far side boundary. And in the backfield for Carson is Lonnie Lockett and James Owens.
And we've got whistles on the play as the officials want to talk to each other. Chikizi Ukezi is the defensive tackle. He's 6'3", 290 out of Staten Island. Their leading sacker, Rodney Gunner, 6'5", 305, is from Lake Hamilton, Florida. The linebackers, Joe Boyd, 6 feet 195. He's from Fort Washington, Maryland. L.B. Williams, 6 feet 230, is from Bowie, Maryland. Ernest Ajay, 6 feet 230 out of Woodbridge, Virginia, is the leader of this defense. Their cornerbacks, Cameron Judge, 5'10", 180, and J.R. Robinson, 5'11", 185, a sophomore. The safeties, Corey Scott and Tarek Colson, 190, out of Lakeland, Florida.
All right, Carson Royal and the Rattlers decked out today, orange helmets, black jerseys, black pants, green numbers with orange piping. Delaware State, red helmets, white jerseys, red pants. And on first down, we give it to James Owens. He turns the corner, the jet all the way down to the Delaware State 40-yard line. And on first down, James the Jet Owens is going to get 8 yards. Second down and 2 for the Rattlers of FAMU.
Yeah, the Rattler offense, Keith, is facing, has had challenges all year, of course, with the coordinator being out, but now you've got a challenge of bringing in a brand new quarterback in the 9th game of the year.
All right, Carson Royal gets his play from the sideline. He's ready to go. Two-back set again. It's Lockett and James Owens. Casey Glines this time flips to the far boundary. Isolated twin receivers to the near side. We run the same play. This time, James is going to be trapped behind the line of scrimmage and is going to lose yards back to about the 45-yard line, which will make it now third down and about 6 to go. So we're going to lose 4 yards on that play.
And Keith, that's Rodney Gunner running that play down front. That guy 6'5", 305. You may get a chance to see him play on Sundays. He's an outstanding defensive lineman.
All right, here we go. Rattlers flip Glines. This time over to the near boundary. Isolated over here. Twin receivers to the far side as Carson gets set to run his offense. This time one back in the backfield. It's James Owens. And orange helmets are down. Carson Royal on third down and 6. Looks to pass. Fires the screen pass for Owens, who had to find the football. And once he found it, he made the catch, but it was good recovery on the defense for Delaware State as Willie Bolden comes up to make the stop. 6'1", 206-pound freshman, redshirt freshman out of Brunswick, Georgia, is going to bring up fourth down for the Rattlers. And Colby Blanton will check on the punt.
Yeah, James seemed a little bit surprised that ball came out to him. Had to, as you say, turn around and field it, and sort of took his momentum away.
Yeah, Carson had some pressure coming right up the middle, so he had to quickly release that football, and he threw the timing of the play off a little bit. Colby Blanton on the punt for the Rattlers. And here we go, a single safety for Delaware State. Nice tight spiral, going to drive the return man back to the goal line. Rattlers have good coverage down there and going to run him out of bounds at about the 10, maybe the 11-yard line. That was Malik Golson on the return. Let's go down to Elton Gumbo and just get a little early sideline flavor, especially with Carson now having his first series under his belt. All right, we'll try and come back to Elton in a little bit.
Yeah, a bad decision there to field that punt. But not what, they come out in a spread formation.
Yeah, they've got 4 receivers, empty backfield. They're going to throw to the isolated receiver, and that's a great defensive play by Patrick Aiken. No, it's number 14, Darren Parker for the Rattlers, who actually was beaten on the play but recovered and tipped the ball away from the intended receiver.
Yeah, very good recovery skills that time. Played the ball in the air. And it's a situation we talked about, Keith. The Rattlers right now already with they're starting the game with their dime package basically on the field. So you've got the 2 freshmen on the outside matched up against those receivers.
Yeah, 2nd down and 10 for Delaware State. Ball is resting at the Hornet 12-yard line. And this time Corey Murphy is going to go empty backfield again. Triplets to the near boundary. He is trapped behind the line of scrimmage and sacked.
It's Terry Johnson, Keith, not only making that sack, but trying to strip the football away. Terry Johnson coming off the slot, as he has done in recent weeks, gets the sack, brings up a 3rd down and 12.
Great job by Terry. Mike, he was so effective last week bringing that pressure from that safety blitz against South Carolina State. All right, here we go. Hornets now, 3rd down and 11. Ball resting back at their own 11-yard line. Let's see if the Rattler defense can get out of here and we can get even better field position on this exchange. This time they hand it off to Golson. Is that Golson?
That's number 30. I think that's Deon Chong.
Deon Chong out of the backfield. It's going to bring up 4th down, about 6 to go for Delaware State. It's going to send in Marco Cano on the punt. And the Rattlers are going to drop Terry Johnson deep to receive for the Rattlers of FAMU.
Yeah, Deon Chunk went over 100 yards against the Rattlers last year up in Dover.
Cano on the punt, 11:20 to play. First quarter, it's no score in Tallahassee. Boy, big pressure coming. Gets off a high, short kick. Terry calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 42-yard line of the Rattlers. So once again, good field position for FAMU, and we'll go down to Elton Gumbel for his first report of the afternoon.
42-yard line. Thanks a lot, Keith and Mike. It's another FAMU sidelines that is actually starting off the game pretty excited, pretty fired up. Of course, this is the 2nd series for Carson Royal. Damian Fleming is actually on the sidelines. He's wearing a walking boot on his right foot. He's set to have surgery next Tuesday. He was originally going to have the surgery on Friday, but this is the first time he's ever gone under the knife, so he was a little hesitant about it. But he is in good spirits and is rooting on his teammate, Carson Royal.
All right, here we go. 1st down. It is James Owens who gets the call, and James fights his way across the 45-yard line.
That's James Owens on the carry.
They're going to mark him just shy of the 46. So that's going to be a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 to go for the Rattlers of FAMU.
Yeah, Rattlers actually had good blocking over on the left side. Zeri Patterson and the freshman Keontae Cash, who has really been a find, the 5'11", 310-pound freshman out of Miami's Belen Jesuit.
And this time Carson under center with Owens in the backfield. They give it to Owens, and Owens cuts back against the grain. Can't get away from the grasp, though, of number 48.
That's a 2-yard.
L.B. Williams, the Mike linebacker, 6', 230-pound junior out of Bowie, Maryland. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 now for the Rattlers of FAMU.
Yeah, the Rattlers trying
3rd down and
to stay balanced to help out their young quarterback. But you've got to expect him to make some plays during the day if we expect to win the ball game.
Yeah, 3rd down and 5 for the Rattlers. Dwayne Harvey and Linworth Lennon all to the far boundary. Also add Mason Felix and Casey Glines isolated over here. Rattlers going to throw the flare, but the pass was thrown behind Owens, and it's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose about 2. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Rattlers of FAMU. And Kobe Blanton will check on again the punt, and it will be Malik Golson deep to receive for Delaware State.
Yeah, and you see the Rattler coaching staff trying to slowly work Carson into the game, gave him a couple of easy throws, just sort of relaxing. And I think they'll allow him to go downfield pretty shortly.
All right, 4th down and about 7 to go for a Rattler 1st down. Kobe. This ball's going to take a Rattler roll, and it's going to roll down inside the 5 to about the 1-yard line, where Delaware State will begin 1st and 10 from there. That's an excellent punt, Mike, from Kobe Blanton.
Special teams doing a good job, giving our defense a chance to pin them down deep and Right now, the ball being played in Delaware State's end. Need the offense pretty soon. Delaware State has struggled all year running the football, but they do have the top passing attack, averaging right at 200 yards a game.
All right, here we go. Corey Murphy, and the Hornets break the huddle. And they're going to have the football at the 10-yard line. So they're going to say it rolled out of bounds there. 1st and 10. Dale State, and on 1st down, they give it to Daehan Chong. And Daehan Chong is going to get, looks like about 3 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 7 to go for the Delaware State Hornets. 8:44 to play, 1st quarter, no score from Tallahassee.
Yeah, and the Rattlers actually with their dime package on the field, which includes Curtis Alexander and number 17, Sean Ward.
2nd down and 7 to go for Delaware State. They send a man in motion. They give it to Daehan Chong again, and he is swatted down in the backfield for a loss on the play.
On the carry.
Looking for a defensive struggle today, Keith. They are the 2nd lowest scoring team in the conference, although they are the leading passing team. But they also have a tremendous defense, so that is definitely the kind of game. It's going to be a field position, slug out kind of game all day.
Loss of 2, 3rd down and 9 now for Delaware State. Murphy wants to pass, fires the pass, got his man open at the 25-yard line. That pass is going to be caught out there by Joseph Bo-Saravallo, and he's going to move the chains. 1st and 10 for Delaware State.
Saravallo ran a curl route.
10, Delaware State.
The Rattlers that time in the zone had a receiver wide open, and they moved the chains for the first time this afternoon.
Saravallo's going to go wide to the far boundary. Now triplets to that side. Isolate Milton Williams over here to the near side. Rattlers bring the blitz, but there's a lane for Daehan Chong, and Chong down the sideline, going to be tripped out of bounds at the Rattler 44-yard line, and that is a Delaware State 1st down.
And it's Jules Sternerville, the freshman out of Naples, Florida, who runs Chong down 30 yards on that run.
Hornets now with the 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the Rattler 44-yard
30-yard gain for Daehan Chong, and it sets the Hornets up with the 1st and 10 to the Rattler 44. They're moving left to right, heading toward the south end zone. An overcast but perfect afternoon for college football. And here we go. They give it to Daehan Chong again. This time he is smacked behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon Denmark, he came up and put a big hit
Brandon Denmark
on the ball carrier. They're going to say that was for no gain.
Yeah, got back to the line of scrimmage, make it 2nd down and 10 to go now for the Hornets of Delaware State. 2nd and 10. All right, here we go. Twins to the far boundary, twins to the near side. That's a spread formation for Corey Murphy. And Rattler's going to bring the blitz. Murphy stands in there, delivers a pass.
Oh,
that's great defense. It was intended for Milton Williams, but looks like it was Darren Parker.
The freshman Darren. Keith, we've got 2 outstanding freshman corners, and Darren Parker and Jules Johnville, and they're learning from 2 very good ones in Patrick Aiken and Terry Johnson.
Yeah, Darren Parker defending on the play, bats the pass down. And so it's going to make it 3rd down and 10 now for the Delaware State Hornets. Again, spread formation.
Yep. Rattlers with everybody standing up except one guy trying to disguise where the pressure's going to come from.
Oh, man, Murphy's going to pull it down, take off and run. He's going to have the 1st down and more. Actually, it was Isaiah Obado. Isaiah Obado was in at quarterback, and he's going to pick up the 1st down to the Rattler 30-yard line. So Corey Murphy has gone out now, his backup.
Don't forget to make sure you're looking good in your orange and green
Isaiah
season.
Obado is in at quarterback.
Go to shopfamuathletics.com.
And Obado is a 6'3", 210-pound redshirt freshman out of Hamilton, New Jersey. And on first down, he's going to give to his back number 2, Malcolm Williams. And Williams, 5'9", 180-pound freshman out of Reading, Pennsylvania, is going to take it down to the Rattler 25-yard line. A good-looking drive going now for the Hornets of Delaware State.
2nd down and 5 to go.
Yeah, and the Rattlers continue to play with their dime package on the game, in the game on the defensive end. And right now going up against a 2 tight end lineup for the Hornets.
Here we go. Obadoh throws the pass. It's going to be incomplete, but there are penalty markers on the play.
Yeah, smart play by Obadoh, but that play should not have been allowed because the Rattlers actually made contact. So the play should have been blown dead at that time. It's going to be offsides against the Rattlers.
Offside. Defense. Number 92. 5-yard penalty. Remain 2nd down.
They're going to call it on Michael Lovejoy. It'll be 2nd down and 1 to go now, or inches really, for actually going to give them the first down on the penalty. So 1st and 10 now for Delaware State at the red zone at the Rattler 20-yard line. 5:14 to go, first quarter. No score. FAMU nothing, Delaware State nothing. And Obadoh hands it off to Malcolm Williams, and boy, there is absolutely nothing there. Getting up off the bottom of that pile for the Rattlers is Bobby Jackson.
And coming on the safety blitz, the first man to get there was Jonathan Pillow, able to trip him up, slow him down just a little bit in the backfield.
2nd down and 7 to go. Ball is on the 17-yard line of FAMU.
And the Rattlers have gone back actually with their base defense in the game now.
2nd and 7 for Delaware State. And the ball resting at the Rattler 17-yard line now. Obadoh under center. Offset eye. Rattlers again bringing the blitz. Play action. They swing the pass out here. It's caught at the 10 and bumped out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. That is Malik Golson, the redshirt freshman, 5'9", 180 out of Dover, Delaware. And the Hornets now knocking on the door inside the Rattler 7-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal to go for Delaware State.
The Rattlers again with their base defense in. James Brodus and Caleb Helms now in the game at the defensive tackle spots.
Milton Williams is wide to the far boundary, and Saravallo is wide to the near side. Back in motion, the wingback. They give it to Malcolm Williams, and Williams takes it down to the 5-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and goal to go for Delaware State from there.
Yeah, good job for the Rattlers that time. Got a good push-up.
On the play for the Rattlers, that's William Smalls.
William Smalls making the tackle. He's junior out of Austell.
1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
3:42 to play in the first quarter.
The 6-yard line.
FAMU nothing and Delaware State nothing. Hornets knocking at the door though at the Rattler 6-yard line. 2-back set this time. And it's Malcolm Williams. He's trapped behind the line of scrimmage and going to be thrown for a loss on the play.
Yeah, tried to go with the read option. Misread that time as he loses yardage on the play. And let's see if the Rattlers don't substitute here and get their speed team in. Looks like they're going to keep their base defense on the field. That's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, the Hornets shuttled out the back series for the offense and shuttled in more receivers. And so they're going to go with an empty backfield, triplets to the near boundary, with 3 receivers to the short side of the field and twins or 2 receivers to the wide side. Empty backfield, 5 wides, and Obadoh hitting the backfield and going to be sacked.
Mike Dupree.
And Dupree.
For the Rattlers, that's number 51, Michael Dupree.
Dupree having an outstanding senior season, Mike. It's going to bring up 4th down for Delaware State, and it'll send on Mitchell Ward to attempt, it looks like a 28-yard field goal from the left hash mark.
Yeah, Mitchell Ward had the game winner against Howard.
Snap placement. Kick is on the way. And it's good. And so with 2 minutes and 3 seconds to play in the first quarter, Delaware State has drawn first blood. They take the early 3-0 lead, and we'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network. And the Hornets now all set to kick it off to the Rattlers of FAMU. James Owens, the Jet, deep to receive this kick. End over end kick. This is going to sail into the end zone and be down there. And so the Rattlers will bring it out 1st and 10 from our own 25-yard line.
Rattlers got to get something going offensively, Keith. We played a lot of that first quarter down on the other end in the Hornets end of the field. The Rattlers with their worst starting field position of the day in this drive.
All right, Carson Royal and the Rattler offense now all set to go. And the Rattlers go twins to the far boundary. Isolate Casey Glides over here to the near side of the field. And it looks like Lamont Bice now in at running back for the Rattlers. Orange helmets are down. Carson from the gun. We started out on 25 and we got penalty markers on the play.
Yeah, got an early movement over by the left tackle. And with that, I'd like to say hi to Tommy and Gene. They're listening on 96.1 in Tallahassee. And Kelvin, Sam, and all the Rich Bay crew listen over in suburbs of Havana.
Hey, let me say hi to Sylvia and Don and down in Boynton Beach, and to Kirkland Floyd and Delbert and the whole Floyd clan down in South Florida. They are getting ready for the Big Florida Classic next week. And Lorian out in San Diego, Corbin up in New York City, and Kristen right here in Tallahassee. And Taylor is hanging out with Miss B and Pastor Wright. Want to say hello to all of them today. We got more penalty flags and whistles on the field.
Second consecutive play. Looks like they're going to get the Rattlers for a false start. And now they're making it tough on Carson, starting them off with a 1st down and 20 now as he make a couple of early mistakes.
Yeah. Want to say hi to Kelvin Rozier and Sam Dixie. And they had a pretty nice little tailgate going early before the game started. We stopped by there and partook. Real nice, guys. They're going to do it again down at the Florida Classic, too. All right, here we go. Carson and the Rattler offense with a 1st down and 20. Ball's resting back at our own 15-yard line. Now, Carson needs to hit a couple of passes here to get us back in this thing here. And we hand it off to Lamont Bice. And Bice, the power back, moves the moving bodies out the way and fights his way back to the 19-yard line. Might hit. That was almost a 5-yard run of Bice just pushing people out of the way.
Yeah, after first contact was made, he did get a tremendous push. The Hornets opened the season against Delaware, University of Delaware. They lost 42-21, but actually passed for 400 yards in that ball game. Got a chance to see what they were going to be like. Lost their second game to Towson 49-7 up there in Baltimore.
There we go. Carson Royal sets up, looks to pass, has time. Carson fires downfield, got a man. 40, 45, midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, FAMU. Carson Royal
To Lamont Bice.
And let's see. That is a 79-yard pass play for the score. 79 yards, Carson Royal to Lamont Bice.
And it was a play that Jeff Walker's been trying to tell him to run for the last few weeks. It was a wheel route. The back coming out of the backfield, Lamont Bice. As Roy brought a little time, Bice came wide open down the right sideline, outruns the secondary, and the Rattlers have the lead.
Extra points on the way by Chase Vonador, and it's good. And so with 1:09 to play in the first quarter,
And it's good.
the Rattlers take the 7-3 lead, and we'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
Touchdown.
Rattlers kick it off. This is Milton Williams who returns it out to the 23-yard line of Delaware State. The Hornets will begin first and 10 from there. It was the wheel route, Mike. 79-yard touchdown pass from Carson Royal to Lamont Bice. Our Jefferson Walker's been trying to call that play all season long, and Lord knows we'll never hit the end of it now.
Bice at 6'1", and 220 showed speed, Keith, as he ran away from defenders going down that right sideline.
Yeah, Keith and Mike, the first thing that Bice did when he came to the sidelines was look straight at McBurst, who is, of course, the speed demon in the backfield, and they're talking all kinds of trash now about who looked best on their 75-yard touchdown run. McBurst had one earlier in the season, so they're having a good time over here.
Against Morgan State, that's exactly right. All right, the Hornets hand it off, and it's going to be a gain of 2. Second down and 8 yards to go now for Delaware State. Ball is resting at their 23-yard line with 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter play. Rattlers with the 7-3 lead if you're just tuning in. After Lamont Bice goes 79 yards on a pass break from Carson Royal. This is Obodo. Throws this pass. It's complete at the 30-yard line.
On the play for the Rattlers is Brendan.
That was Malik Golson on the reception.
With the catch is Malik Golson.
Going to be short of the first down.
Third down, about 3 to go.
And that's going to be the last play of the quarter.
Brandon Denmark on the stop for the Rattlers. And I think that is going to be the last play of the first quarter. With a break in the action in our score. Florida A&M 7, Delaware State 3. We'll be back after these words from our network sponsors from the Rattlers Sports Network.
FAMU Boosters are a very special group of Rattlers. They are people who love the school and love those Rattler sports teams. The Boosters are me, and they are you.
Gonna set it out for the Florida Classic tailgate down in Orlando.
Are these invitations that we're getting to these?
No, they just
these.
We gonna drop by. That's what those are. That's what we did today. We had the go-kart. Jerome was driving the go-kart. We just went all around the parking lot, said hello, and stopped by. And that's how you do it, man. Greet the constituency. Third down and 2 to go now for the Hornets of Delaware State. Obodo gonna send his Golson in motion. Checked around the coverage. Boy, they throw the flare pass. The ball pumps out. The Rattlers have recovered. That's just good defense all around, Mike. Big pressure from Terry Johnson. He threw the flare pass. Rattlers had it smoked out. 3 different defenders there. And then they punched the football out, and the Rattlers recovered.
It was Curtis Alexander, Keith, a freshman from East Gadsden, right down the road in Quincy, Florida, who stripped Golson from behind. The Rattlers going to take over at the 33-yard line with a first down.
Drew Creek comes up with the fumble recovery. And so here we go. Rattlers with the first down and 10 now at the Delaware State 32-yard line in striking position. 14:52 to play. And Carson Royal all set to go. Orange helmets are now isolation to the near boundary. Twins to the far side. Royal wants to pass. Looking to go up top for Casey Glines. A big receiver. He's got it! Touchdown, FAMU! Casey Glines in the end zone for the score.
And Keith, that ball was thrown short. They didn't try to lead him down the field. They threw it high to him so that he could go up, use his 6'6" frame and compete for the football. And Casey Glines comes up with a touchdown catch, and just like that, Keith, within 2 minutes, the Rattlers put 2 touchdowns on the board and have taken a 13-3 lead.
Rattlers now with the extra point attempt.
Boy, Carson Royal, 2 big strikes in the first half so far. Chase Bonador on. Royal holds. Kick is airborne and good. And so with 14:44 to play in the first half, it's 14-3 FAMU in Tallahassee. And we'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattlers Sports Network. Boy, Carson.
Fumble again.
Fumble on the
Ball is
kickoff. A scramble for the ball. The Rattlers say we have it. We're awaiting the official word. Rattlers say we have it.
But no official.
No official says that yet. They're on pile. It's a big pile up. The Hornets have the football.
Delaware State retains possession of the football.
Boy, this turn of events, Mike, has the Hornets. Look like they've been sprayed with a little of that sauce there, but
got a little raid on them.
got a little raid sprayed on them. But Carson Royal, Mike, has thrown 2 big touchdown passes. One to Lamar Bice of 79 yards, and one to Casey Glines of 32 yards. Casey just had to jump up over his little short defensive back. And the Rattlers have a 14-3 lead over the third-place team in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference right now. 14:37 to play. Obadoh hands it off. And this is Dayon Chong, the ball carrier. He's going to get 2 or 3 before he runs into Malik Akil Blunt, that is.
Carson Royal right now keeps us 4 for 4 for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's 100%. As they say in the neighborhood, 100%.
100.
100%. Second down. And about 7 to go for the Hornets. Ball's resting at the Delaware State 28-yard line. 13:57. Hornets are moving right to left now. Obadoh wants to pass, throws it, picked off!
Pillow down the sideline.
Pillow 20-25, and Pillow bumped out of bounds near the 10-yard line. And here come those FAMU Rattlers.
And for all the students who are up in the dorm, you're missing a hell of a game.
Get on down here. Plenty seats.
It was the safety. Jonathan Pillow, Keith. There was great pressure again, though, up the middle. Bodies flying everywhere. A lot of pressure on the quarterback. He throws a high football. A Pillow playing center field makes the interception. He's going to take that ball all the way down to the 20-yard line.
And Mike, this is what we were talking about in our critical analysis in the pregame show. This Rattler team has been coming all season long, and they may have just hit the peak here at the end. They're going to send a statement about what's to come next year. Here we go. Carson Royal trips to the near boundary, looking to pass. Carson pulls it down. He protects the football and takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's a 5-yard run by the redshirt freshman quarterback, Carson Royal, out of Yulee.
And to keep down at Yulee, it's funny, he played with the guy who owns the all-time high school rushing record. The young man signed with Alabama, but he played quarterback, so he's used to having a good running attack along with him and also playing winning football.
Second down and 5 for the Rattlers of FAMU. Casey Glines is isolated now to the far boundary. Twin receivers over here near side. Linworth working the slot. And here we go. Orange helmets are down. Carson Royal going to give it to the Jet. James Owens, he turns inside. And James is down. Looks like at about the 11-yard line. It's going to be a yard short of the first down. And it'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Rattlers. Inside the red zone at the Delaware State 11-yard line. 12:41 to play. And the Rattlers once again threatening, leading 14-3.
Yeah, and a critical down right here. Now, one of the things that Coach Holmes talked about building was a short yardage offense. Let's see it right now on 3rd and 1.
Offset I for the Rattlers. Tight alignment. Power formation. Give it to James Owens. Owens got the first down. He's got more. James Owens, did he get in? He's down at the goal line.
Yeah, they're going to say down at the 1-yard line. I don't know if we had replay, they might have said James was in, but they're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line. And the Rattlers, in the last 7 or 8 minutes, he keep that. Suddenly caught fire on the offensive end. Yeah, boy, I wish we had replay because James certainly looked as though he was in. But it's going to be 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
1st down to go, FAMU and the Delaware State 1. Rattlers leading 14-3 at 12:02 to play in the first half. Carson Royal at the controls of the offense now. Damian Fleming out, injured. He's probably done for the rest of the season.
Yeah, got to hurry. Play clock coming down. Boy, I got to call timeout. The Rattlers were trying to get the timeout.
Did we get it?
I don't think they did.
Play a game.
Delay of game.
Yeah. Carson's showing a little bit of inexperience right there.
Yeah.
As he didn't check the play clock.
For the Florida Classic.
Gonna lose 5 yards.
Orlando. We look forward to having you there.
Yeah, the fans were trying to tell Carson, look up at the play clock.
The entire weekend.
But we're going to lose 5. So make it first and goal to go now from the Hornet 6-yard line.
Basketball right in the Lawson Center. We're going to have some hoops in the Lawson Center.
Well, yeah, Mike, that's what we were talking about in this critical analysis. This Rattler team has been coming all along, and just a mistake here and there, and some of those games would have been totally different.
And this time we get the timeout because, again, the play clock is running down.
Yeah, something's got to be wrong with that, though. If he took the timeout and came out.
That's George. He's digging a hole to plant a money tree. Someone should probably tell George that there's an easier way to multiply his money, like the new 100 times the cash scratch-off game from the Florida Lottery. George could instantly win 100 times his cash prize up to $5 million. And that's a lot faster than waiting for a money tree to grow, because money doesn't grow on trees. Stop digging, George. Play the new 100 times the cash scratch-off game today. Must be 18 or older to play. Play responsibly.
Carson Royal and the Rattlers. First down, a goal to go from the Hornet 6. Going to throw the fade pattern for Casey Glines. He caught it. Will he get 1 foot down? Yes, touchdown. Casey Glines, second touchdown of the afternoon.
Casey Glines suddenly is turning into the weapon that we thought he would be all along in the red zone. But again, Royal throwing the ball high and short, not trying to lead Glines, just getting into the area so that he can use his 6'6" brain to go up and get it. 11:09 to go in the third. Rattlers with a 20-3 lead.
Snap placement, kicks on the way, and Chase puts it through. It's 21-3, FAMU, 11:09 to play in the first half, and we'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattlers Sports Network. Bonador's kick is fielded by Malik Golson, 25-30, and down at the 32-yard line. And the Hornets of Delaware State will begin. First and 10 from there. But, Mike, it's Casey Glines in the second quarter with 2 touchdown passes, one of 32 yards, one of 6, both thrown by Carson Royal in his first start of the season. And the Rattlers with a 21-3 lead over the third-place team in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference.
Delaware State certainly now
First and 10 from the
needing to get something going offensively, the leading passing team in the conference.
Isaiah Obodo at quarterback. Boy, he hands this thing off to number 26, Gary
25,
Najee Jackson, 6'2", 220, the sophomore out of Gainesville, Virginia, and
That's
Brandon
Dougie
Denmark
Jackson
on the stop. He's going to pick up 8 yards, but Mike, Corey Murphy has not been in since early in that first quarter. It's been Obodo at quarterback.
Yeah, we don't know if he was injured or what. We see him standing on the sideline. There is a big back again.
And once again, it's Najee Jackson.
Out of Gainesville, Georgia. And,
okay, it's Georgia. Okay. He's going to pick up the first down and move the chains to the Delaware State 45-yard line. Hornets are moving right to left. Decked out in their red helmets, their road white jerseys, and red pants. Rattlers in orange helmets and all black uniforms today. And they give it to Jackson again. And boy, this time he rumbles his way into Rattler territory down to about the 47-yard line. And on first down, that's going to be a gain of about 7. Second down and 3 to go for Delaware State. Second down and 3, 9:47 to play in the first half. 21-3 Rattlers. And they give it to Jackson again, and boy, he's breaking tackles, spinning and turning, and fights his way down to the 37-yard line now of FAMU.
And a smart job by the Delaware State staff, Keith. They see the Rattlers basically on a dime defense, and what they're doing now is running at that smaller defense, and we see right now the Rattlers going with their base defense back in the ball game.
And what Delaware State is doing is taking what the Rattler defense is giving. And here we go, 1st and 10. The Hornets, ball's resting at the Rattler 37-yard line. 9:23 to go in the first half. And this time it's the read option. Obodo keeps at the 30, 25, 20, 15, and bumped out of bounds at about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, this is a Delaware State team that has not shown a lot of prowess running the football, but doing a good job on this drive. That ball's going to be spotted at the 9-yard line, where it's going to be first down and goal.
First and goal to go for Delaware State. This is their deepest penetration of the afternoon, and they're threatening at the Rattler 9.
Spread formation. See if they're running up the middle.
And they do.
And they do.
And here we go. He's in for the touchdown.
Touchdown Hornets.
That's the formula.
Dayon Chong. Dayon Chong.
And what an answering drive that time by the Delaware State Hornets, as they go right down the field. As Dayon Chong goes in the last 9 yards, and with 8:54 to go before halftime, the Hornets cut into the lead at 21-9. Going with a little bit of the swinging gate look here on the extra point.
Well, that's what a good team does, Mike. They will answer the score, and Delaware State has done just that. On to attempt the point after is Mitchell Ward. Snap placement, kick is on the way, and it's good. And so with 8:54 to play in the first half, our score, FAMU 21, Delaware State 10, and we'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattlers Sports Network.
Rattlers.
So the Delaware State Hornets answer, Mike, on a drive capped by a 9-yard run by Dayon Chong. And Ward adds the extra point, and it's 21-10 now in Tallahassee. We've got an outstanding football game going. Mitchell Ward all set to kick it off for the Hornets. And the Rattlers will have James the Jet Owens deep to receive for FAMU. Here we go. End over end short kick. Trying to keep it away from James Owens. Going to roll out of bounds.
And smart
penalty markers on the play.
Smart job over there by Tariq McBurst to let that ball go out of bounds. And the Rattlers are going to get that ball all the way out at the 35-yard line. The content of this Florida A&M University football broadcast on the Rattler Sports Network is the explicit copyrighted property of the Florida A&M University Rattler Boosters Incorporated. Any rebroadcast, recording, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Rattler Boosters is prohibited. The Rattler Boosters Incorporated is a direct support organization of Florida A&M University. This broadcast is a production of Vantage Media Partners of Florida Incorporated.
All right, Rattlers are going to start 1st and 10 from our own 35-yard line. And we're going to send Casey Glines wide to the far boundary. And now bunch 3 receivers to add Mason Felix checks the coverage. And Carson hands it off to Tariq McBurst, and McBurst fights his way across the 40 out to the 41-yard line. That's a 6-yard gain on first down.
6-yard pickup on the play.
This is a Delaware State team, Keith, that had been winning close defensive ball games. Been opportunistic on defense, creating a lot of turnovers, but right now the Rattler offense showing a dimension that I'm sure they had not seen.
Yeah, Carson Royal now flips his receivers. Bunch 3 to the near boundary. Isolate Casey to the far side. And again, and Mason Felix checks the coverage. And this time we give it to Tariq McBurst again. He breaks a tackle. He's going to be trapped behind the line, and looks like he's going to lose maybe a yard on the play. It's going to bring up third down and about 5 to go for a Rattler first down.
And if there's a criticism of Al Tariq, it's that he won't press the whole play side, and sometimes you just got to get 3 or 4 and not try to get the home run on every play.
Yeah. Third down and 5 for the Rattlers now. Ball's resting at our own 41-yard line with 7:44 to play in the first half, and the Rattlers leading 21-10. Wing left, receivers to either side, and it is Carson Royal from the gun. Sets up, looks to pass. Carson will be flushed out of the pocket, actually going to be sacked on the play.
Yep, had a man open in the flats. Chose not to go to him. He's going to be sacked.
That was Rodney Gunter.
Rodney Gunter, Keith, is now. And if you look at Rodney Gunter, Keith, he's 305, but he doesn't, couldn't tell. No.
Yeah, he's 6'5".
Cannot tell, but he runs very well.
So the Hornets stop the Rattlers, and FAMU will punt. Kobe Blanton checks on.
The worst thing about Rodney Gunter is he's from Florida.
Malik Golson deep to receive for Delaware State. And this kick is going to take a Rattler roll. Golson gets away from it. It's going to roll dead at about the 18-yard line. And Delaware State will begin 1st and 10 from there with 6:39 to play in the first half.
And we really haven't had a chance to give you this Rattler defense. They've been switching between their base defense and their dime. The base defense has James Brodesson, Sean Ward at the defensive ends, Frank Mays at the nose, Mike Dupree, William Smalls, Bobby Jackson, and Akil Blunt are the linebackers. Terry Johnson and Patrick Aiken, the starting corners, and Devon Roberts and John Ojo are the safeties.
All right, here we go. Isaiah Obado throws the flare pass out here. The Rattlers close quickly. That pass was caught over there by Malik Golson.
And it was doomed from the beginning, Keith. Yeah. They had a 6 foot, 180-pound receiver out there trying to block Brandon Denmark, and he had no chance.
Derek Connor on the stop for the Rattlers. Another one of those younger ball players getting lots of action this season, redshirt junior out of Miami, played at Miramar.
An outstanding Miramar program, yes.
Yeah, here we go. Obado fires. That pass on a slant is caught by Milton Williams. And at the 21, 22-yard line, that's a first down for Delaware State. Might want to say hello, and happy birthday to Rod McQueen today. Today is Rod's birthday. And as they say, my friend, you're getting older.
Yeah, and a shout out to Victor Duncan, who's back out behind us, passing out the bird.
The goodies. Hey, Victor. Hand off to number 2, Malcolm Williams for Delaware State. And on first down, Malcolm's going to get about 5. Second down and 5 to go now for the Hornets. Ball's resting at their own 36-yard line with 5:25 to play in the first half.
And actually, Delaware State trying to get another drive started here.
And here we go. 5:11 to go. Triplets to the far boundary. Isolated receiver near side. They're trying to set up the screen. That pass is a fight for it. Dupree has his hands on the ball as well as the receiver. Let's see how it's going to rule.
The problem is a tie goes to the offense. If Dupree had ever been able to get it away from him, he would have had possession, but give the offensive player credit for hanging on to the football, and the tie goes to the offense. It'll be third down.
Yeah, it was Michael Dupree and Malcolm Williams both locked up on the football together. The tie goes to the offense, so it makes it third down and 5 for Delaware State. But a great play by Michael Dupree is having an outstanding game, Mike.
Yeah, sniffed that screen play out right in the middle of it there.
Third down and 5. Hornets triplets to the boundary. Twins near side. Empty backfield for Obado. And he fires across the middle. That pass is caught. He pulls away from a Rattler tackle and takes it into Rattler territory. That is Malik Golson, and that's a first down for Delaware State. They're going to take it now to the Rattler 49-yard line.
Yeah, the Hornets trying to get another score on the board before halftime. 4:13 to go here before the half. Ball at the Rattler 49-yard line.
1st and 10 Hornets.
And we're seeing some of now why this is the #1 passing offense in the MEAC.
Triplets to the boundary, far boundary. Isolation over here near side. Obodo gives it to Malcolm Williams. And Malcolm fights his way down to about the 42-yard line. And on 1st down, Malcolm Williams is going to get about 7 yards, make it 2nd down and 3 for Delaware State.
Yeah, the Rattlers having some trouble now with the zone read. And Del State moving the ball.
Triplets to the far boundary this time. They give it to Williams again. And once again, Williams finds a lane and takes it down to the Rattler 36-yard line. There's an injured Delaware State Hornet player on the field as the Hornets training staff come out to attend to him. And
looks like he's going to stay.
He's going to try and stay. But it's been Obodo who's stayed on as quarterback for most of this first half. It's Corey Murphy. And the Hornets take time. 3:10 to play. It's 21-10 FAMU.
That's George. He's digging a hole to plant a money tree. Someone should probably tell George that there's an easier way to multiply his money. Like the new 100 times the cash scratch-off game from the Florida Lottery. George could instantly win 100 times his cash prize up to $5 million. And that's a lot faster than waiting for a money tree to grow, because money doesn't grow on trees. Stop digging, George. Play the new 100 times the cash scratch-off game today. Must be 18 or older to play. Play responsibly.
Daehan Chong got the carry on 1st down. He's going to gain 1 yard. Be 2nd down and 9 for Delaware State. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the first half. It's 21-10 FAMU. The Hornets, though, with the football at the Rattler 35-yard line, moving right to left. And they go to the spread formation with Daehan Chong, the lone setback. And Obodo wants to pass, throws the slant, and it's complete. Down there to number 15, Joseph Saravallo. 6'1", 190-pound redshirt sophomore. And Mike, the only thing bad about Saravallo is from Venice, Florida.
Delaware State now with the
skilled people from the state of Florida. They run the curl route. They get the 1st down. It's 2:23, still plenty of time at the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 Hornets.
Yeah, Hornets haven't shown a lot of 2-back, 1 tight end formation.
They go I formation this time, and receivers to either side. They give it to Daehan Chong, and he is dragged down and thrown for a loss on the play.
That's Sean Ward, who was slanting, keep to the inside, beat his man easily, and he's going to get a big loss all the way back to the 29-yard line.
4-yard loss. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification of the Rattlers Sports Network. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 14 for Delaware State. Obodo hit, ball pops out.
Rattlers got it. The Rattlers have the football.
And the Rattlers have recovered.
He did was Brandon Denmark, who got a hand on that football. The quarterback cocked his arm to throw. Brandon Denmark knocked the ball away.
And Jonathan Pillow recovered. Pillow having a great game today too, Mike.
The safety man Pillow gets the recovery and snuffs out that Delaware State drive.
All right, Rattlers going to take over 1st and 10 at our own 36-yard line with a minute 23 to play in the first half. Rattlers leading 21-10. And let's see, triplets to the near boundary. Casey Glides is isolated to the far side for Carson Royal. Royal under center. Orange helmets are down. Royal steps up in the pocket, looks to pass, fires downfield. That pass is caught. It's caught down to the 28-yard line of Delaware State. And that was number 89 for the Rattlers, Mike. That is Dennis Hall. And that'll move the chains. And the Rattlers have time to put more points on the board.
That's a big-time throw down the seam by Carson Royal. Had to get it over the linebackers in front of the safeties. Give him some credit.
Yeah, Carson, pressure, flushed out of the pocket, and got a late penalty marker on the play. The ball pops out, but now let's see, was Carson down, and their penalty markers on the play.
Yeah, the Rattlers end up recovering the ball if they're going to call that a fumble. And more than likely, Keith, the Rattlers going to get a holding call as Carson Palmer was moving around in the pocket. Let's see if, let's give him a chance, though, to figure things out here. Okay. And also, the Rattlers are going to call time.
All right, break in the action. 57 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
Looking for travel discounts and a way to support FAMU?
The Rattler Boosters have a site that offers discounted travel. You can get discounted hotel rooms, rental cars, and flights at the Rattler Boosters travel website. And you can even order flowers.
Go to www.therattlerboosterstravel.com for all of your travel needs. Call the Rattler Boosters office.
Go out and make it a fun, happy birthday. And when it all sorts
first
out,
and 20 from the Hornet,
it's going to be first down and 20. It's going to be holding the call against the Rattlers. It's going to put the football back at the Hornet 38-yard line with 57 seconds to play. Carson Royal isolates, glides near side, triplets to the far boundary. He rolls that way. Oh, it's the draw play, and it's going to get us back about 9 of those 10 yards we got penalized for. So you make it second down about, got 8 of them back. Second down and about 12 now for Rattler first down.
Yeah, Rattler's going quick.
And here we go, Carson steps up in the pocket. Five's got a man wide open at the 10-yard line. At the 9, and it's Dennis Hall, I think, again. No, it's Ad Mason Felix.
And the Rattlers going to use another timeout right here.
Ad Mason Felix takes it down.
Timeout, FAMU.
To the 9-yard line, which first down and goal to go for the Rattlers. And we'll be back after these words from our local sponsors in the Rattler Sports Network. Carson Royal and the Rattlers all set to go now. First and goal to go from the Delaware State 9-yard line with 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Rattlers are threatening, leading 21-10. And it's been the second quarter, Mike, has been the Carson Royal show. I mean, first quarter it was okay, let me get my feet up under me. Second quarter it's been all Carson Royal. Here we go. First and goal from the 9. Royal looking to pass, going to throw the fade for Casey. He goes up.
It's
going to be intercepted. And on the pick for Delaware State is Cameron Judge, 5'10", 180-pound junior out of New Britain, Connecticut. And that's going to stop the Rattler threat with 25 seconds remaining in the first half.
The Rattlers might have gone to the well once too many times. That time Judge doing a good job of positioning himself. And he goes up and takes that ball away from Casey Glines, and the Rattler drive is stopped with 25 seconds to go. Wouldn't be surprised if the Hornets just took a knee here and took it on into halftime.
21-10, our score. Rattlers leading the Hornets of Delaware State. Here we go, Hornets. Going to bring the receivers in tight and just take a knee, and that should do it for the first half of play, with the Rattlers of FAMU leading Delaware State 21-10. And our Visit Tallahassee halftime show gets started right after these words from our network sponsors. This is the Rattler Sports Network.
Got Coach Holmes down on the
It's
field.
Steve Miles, and it's time to
Move those chains. At the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down,
Special presentation.
All right, we're here, Coach Holmes. We got a 21-10 lead at halftime. Most first-half points you've scored all season. What are your thoughts right now?
Well, I think we moving the ball very well. We got to do a better job of stopping the run on the defense side of the ball, as well as we can't give up points like that. At worst case, we got to get 3 out the deal. This is a good team, and we understand we got to play for 60 minutes, so we got to be able to put the team away.
Now, it's also the first start for Carson Royal. Just talk about his play and the connection he's had with Casey Glines.
Well, besides that interception, I thought he was very poised in the pocket. I thought he was calm, and I think he's making the right decisions. At the same time, we got to find a way to create that where they give us some stuff up the seams, we got to take it.
What do you have to fix in the second half in order for you to be satisfied with today's game?
Well, first of all, we got to stop the run. They find a way to get some run on us, and we're better defense than that. So we just got to get that problem corrected and go out the second half and play for 60 minutes. In this case, play for 30 minutes. But overall, I'm pleased with the effort of the offense, defense, as well as special teams. But it's 60 minutes to this thing.
All right, good first half for Coach Earl Holmes and FAMU Rattlers. 21-10 lead over Delaware State. Back up to you.
Thank you, Elton. And now we'll get the Visit Tallahassee halftime show started after these words from our network sponsors.
Hello, Rattlers. During homecoming, the National Alumni Association represented the 70,000 graduates and presenting a check for $838,000. We need you to know that $838,000 only represented 3,000 graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 70,000 graduates. $3.84 twice a month would be $7 million. So let's make sure that this time next year, at least 7,000 graduates will present a check for $2 million. Secondly, in talking with Dr. Robinson last Thursday, he sent a letter for me to read to you. He wanted to make sure that you were very hospitable to Delaware State. However, that was only for the fans. He wanted the team to brutalize it. And the other thing he wanted me to say is, when the dark clouds gather over the horizon, when thunder and lightning fill the sky, when faith is but a glimpse in the eyes of a fallen man, and hope of lost friends, when the sinew of the chest grows weary from those hard-charging lances, and when the legs get tired from those hard-charging running backs, you must always remember and never fear, the Rattlers will strike and strike and strike again.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to midfield as we welcome our head men's and women's cross-country coaches, Dr. Darlene Moore and Mr. Wayne Angel, and the 2013 MEAC and men's and women's cross-country teams. Now, since you are not there at the track to see them run, they're going to run out to midfield. Come on, cross-country team, all the way to the midfield. Let's give them a warm Rattler welcome for all of their running and the representation of Fordham University nationwide and across the world. Thank you. Studies to go. Taj Ashley. Anwar Bonner. Please welcome our field commanders.
Christian hot on the yes, sir. Give me just the drum major, Christian. Christian, just the drum major. Still on the Christian.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For the last time here in Bryant Stadium for this year, from the highest of 7 hills, the state of Florida, the capital, please welcome what has not only become known as America's band, but also one of the most exciting marching bands in the world, the incomparable, magnificent, fabulous, and fantastic Florida A&M University Marching Band. The return. In all the world, the sound is still clear. Rappers, it's time to celebrate a tribute to all FAMUans, past and present. It's no secret. You see what time it is. Conductors, Mr. Ralph Jean Paul and Mr. Robert Griffin. Celebration with the champagne and the glass.
Today, the 100 is wearing black ribbons to honor all the fallen rattlers. Weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. We dedicate this special arrangement to the falling rattlers of this past year. This includes all former professors, students, and their family and alumni. With the baton in the hands of our director of the marching band, Dr. Sylvester Young, please enjoy a beautiful Lindsay Sargent medley of Marvin Sapp's "Oh Lord, How Excellent," and Kurt Card's "For Every Mountain."
I'm on you, Christian. I'm off you first.
It's time to show Bragg Stadium your street bully walk.
Between the orange and the green one. You can't take it together. You can't.
This concludes our halftime performance.
I'm pulling that cable out anyway, because I got all new cable to put in. Yeah. Come on, Chris.
Our bandstand consists of Dr. Shelby R. Shipman, Dr. Shirley L. James, Mr. Lindsey B. Sargent, Dr. Nicholas B. Thomas, Mr. Longino Parson, Mr. Ralph John Paul, Mr. Robert Griffin, Dr. Kawachi A. Clemens, Mr. Donald Beckwith, Ms. Kimberly Jackson. The boss of the Marching 100 has been Joe Bullitt. Our director, Dr. Sylvester Young. The 100 with time to take it off. One time for our seniors that's taking it off for the last time in Bragg. Two of our field commanders, Thaddeus Stegall from Atlanta, Taj Ashley from Atlanta. super player is a senior. Zachary Neely from Atlanta, Georgia, who will be taking it off for the last time. Taj Ashley. Tim Hopper from Miami. And now, the show. The last time in Bragg, doing Zachary Neely. Next up, next week, Orlando.
A real fight for that number 2 job, and Carson Royal came out on top. And I thought it said a lot about him and the confidence that the staff had in him. And he is showing that that confidence was warranted by his performance so far.
All right, Chase Vonador will tee it up, and he is all set to kick it off to Delaware State. Milton Williams is back there along with Malik Golson as we start the second half. High end over end kick. And this is going to be Milton Williams, 15, 20, 25, and hitting down at about the 31-yard line. So the Hornets will begin 1st and 10 from there. And let's take a look at the Delaware State offense as we reset for the second half. Milton Williams, who just ran the kickback, will start at the wide receiver.
There's an injured Hornet on the far sideline.
Okay. Dimitri Hill is the left tackle. Clark McCready is the left guard. Brandon Cunningham is the center. Sal Carrero, the right guard. Jerron Suros is the right tackle. Malik Golson, the other wide receiver. Malcolm Williams at running back. He split a lot of that duty today with Dahan Shaw. It's Corey Murphy. Actually, Corey Murphy started the game at quarterback, but it's been Isaiah Obodo who's been working at quarterback for most of the second quarter. Robert King, the other receiver, and Joseph Saravallo for Delaware State. And here we go. The Hornets break the huddle. And we go back to Corey Murphy at quarterback.
The Rattler defense is going to go back with James Brodus and Sean Ward at the tackle, Frank Mays at the nose guard. The linebackers are Mike Dupree and Akil Blunt on the outside, and William Smalls and Bobby Jackson inside. It's Terry Johnson and Patrick Aiken on the corners, and the safeties John Ojo and Devon Roberts.
All right, here we go. Corey Murphy with triplets to the near boundary. Isolated receiver far side, one setback. And Murphy looks to pass, going to throw downfield, overthrows the intended receiver. And that pass was intended for Milton Williams, 6'3", 200-pound junior out of Washington, D.C. They'll make it second down and 10 for Delaware State. Second down and 10 for the Hornets.
Jonathan Pillow came on the blitz and was able to get right in the quarterback's face, force that overthrow as the sun shines down on Bragg Stadium again.
Second down and 10 Hornets now. Ball's resting at their own 32. And Murphy with one setback, triplets again to the near boundary. And an isolated receiver to the far side. And we've got some movement along the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, let's see if they're going to call a false start.
False start. Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty.
And they call it on Dimitri Hill. 6'5", 325, the sophomore out of Waldorf, Maryland. That'll mack him up 5 and make it second down now and 15 yards to go for Delaware State. And the Hornets again go. Triplets to the near boundary. Isolated receiver to the far side. And Murphy this time Going to toss it out here on a screen pass, but the Rattlers have it snuffed out, and we've got a penalty marker. This is going to be a face mask call, Mike, against the Rattler, who tried to make the tackle. 94, Tyrone Williams.
He did a good job of destroying the block, first of all, but as he tried to go in for the tackle, he got a little face mask there.
Yeah. That's a personal foul.
Yeah, and
Face man, defense, number 34.
It was 34, yeah. And we don't, I was looking for a 34. That's John Boston.
John Boston. Yeah, it's an automatic first down and 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, Boston actually did a good job of fighting off the block, but he got his hands up in the face mask.
Hornets with the first and 10. Ball spotted at their own 46-yard line.
After the assessment, the ball is going to be spotted at the Hornets 46. Moving left to right as we begin the second half of play with 14:26 to go in the third quarter. It's 21-10 FAMU. And this time Murphy triplets to the far boundary and isolated over here to the near side. They give the ball to Daehan Chong.
Get about 5.
Brandon Denmark on the stop for the Rattlers.
Well, Coach Holmes said at halftime that one of the things they wanted to do was shut down the running game, but the Hornets still having some success running between the tackles on the little read option play.
Yeah, gain of 6 on first down, 2nd and 4. Ball's resting at the Rattler 48-yard line. Same formation, trips to the far boundary. Murphy's going to throw. This pass is going to be picked off by Terry Johnson.
And Keith, that was picture-perfect coverage. He got a great jam at the line of scrimmage. And boy, let's hope Terry isn't hurt because.
And the intended receiver is down too, Milton Williams.
Yeah, but boy, Terry is down, and they're calling for the Rattler staff to come across. But Keith, he did such a great job at the line of scrimmage of jamming the receiver, turned around and found the ball, and then went up and made the catch.
That will be Terry's 3rd or 4th interception on the season. There's timeout here and 13:36 to play in the third quarter. 21-10 the Rattlers lead. We'll be back after these words from our network sponsors of the Rattler Sports Network.
All right, guys, listen up. Before you step out into the...
George could instantly win 100 times his cash prize up to $5 million. And that's a lot faster than waiting for a money tree to grow, because money doesn't grow on trees. Stop digging, George. Play the new 100 times the cash scratch-off game today. Must be 18 or older to play. Play responsibly.
All right, Terry Johnson up and off on the field under his own power. Milton Williams, though, having a tougher time as he comes to the near side. And here we go. On first down, we give it to, is that Owens?
That's Owens.
James Owens, and the Jet on first down is going to
That's an 8-yard pickup on the
pick up
play.
8 yards out to the Rattler 39-yard line and make it 2nd down and 2. Rattlers are moving right to left as we begin this third quarter.
And that was a great job of running the outside zone that time, Keith. It's a one-cut play. He saw his opening, turned upfield, and is going to get a quick 8 yards and set up an easy 2nd down play.
All right, here we go. Carson Royal under center. We'll reset that Rattler offense here after the play. Twins to the far boundary, and again, they give it to the Jet. James Owens is going to have a first down and more as he crosses the 45 out to the 47-yard line. And James Owens, the 5'9", 180-pound redshirt senior out of Apopka, Wakaiva High School, picks up the first down. It's Ad Mason Felix, the flanker, the left tackle, Zary Patterson, Keontae Cash, the left guard, Kevin House, the center, Reginald Turner, the right guard, Doug Almendaris is the right tackle, Mike Etheridge is the tight end. At quarterback, it's been Carson Royal all day today, Lonnie Lockett, the fullback, and Linworth Lennon, the other wide receiver. And here we go. Rattlers go receivers to either side. They give it to the Jet again, and boy, the Jet into Hornet territory as a Hornet arm he takes with him, and he's going to take it down to about the 48-yard line of Delaware State. That's a 5-yard gain by James Owens and makes it 2nd down and 5 for the Rattlers at the Hornet 47.
And let's credit that offensive line, offensive line of Zary Patterson, Keontae Cash, Kevin House, Reginald Turner, and Doug Almendaris.
Rattlers again break the huddle. Orange helmets are down. Carson Royal under center. And Carson, play action. Dumps it out. Got his man. 40, 35, 30 and out of bounds. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
That's Mike Morris, the big tight end out of Jacksonville's Andrew Jackson High School.
He's a sophomore at Jacksonville.
And Mike, you know Michael Etheridge is a senior. So you can already see Coach Holmes beginning to groom the younger players to step in and fill those roles going ahead. This is going to be an outstanding Rattler football team.
And a good job of ball handling right there by Carson Royal as he faked the outside zone, came back on the naked boot, and hit his tight end out in the flats.
First down and 10, balls resting at the Hornet 32-yard line. Rattlers are on the move, moving right to left. It's the Jet in the backfield, twins to the near side, and the Jet's going to get the call. He's going to bounce outside, turn upfield, and James Owens takes it down to about the 27-yard line of Delaware State. And that will be
a gain about 5.
A gain of about 5. And Mike, if you get 5 yards on a first down play, you'll take that every day of the week.
No question about it. The Rattlers finding much more running room here in the second half after some halftime adjustments.
So it's second down and 5 for the Rattlers. Ball's resting at the 28-yard line of Delaware State. Well, I think our engineer was very interested in our halftime at FAMU interview. Al Tariq McBurst gets the call, got blockers in front of him, and Al Tariq trying to go north and south, but he ends up going east and west. And he's going to pick up a yard or two. He's going to make it third down and about 4 to go for a Rattler first down.
Yeah, he's just got to stay with that initial cut and go upfield. They can't try to make that second and third cut before you get into the second level.
Third down, about 4 yards to go for the Rattlers of FAMU. Third down and about 4. Ball is resting at the Hornet 26-yard line now. 10:08 to play, third quarter. 21-10, the Rattlers lead. Carson Royal sends twin receivers to the near boundary, isolates receiver far side. And this time Carson keeps it. Carson turning. He's going to be close to a first down. I'm not sure if he got it.
It's going to be about a yard short. Let's see if the Rattlers keep their offense on the field.
Rattlers with the fourth down and 1.
Try to get that 1 yard.
Fourth down and
1.
They're going to take some wide receivers out, put a couple of tight ends in, and we're going to try to get this 1 yard right here.
And we go with the jumbo package. Al Tariq McBurst will be the I back. Lonnie Lockett, the up back. It's Dwayne Harvey wide to the far boundary. They give it to Al Tariq, and Al Tariq,
he's not going to get it.
Is not going to get it. It's like more of a job for Lamont Bice.
I was thinking the exact same thing. That seemed more like a job for Lamont Bice than McBurst. McBurst is not going to get it. And the Delaware State Hornets are going to take over on downs at their own 25-yard line. 9:17 to go. Rattlers with a 21-10 lead.
Yeah, Elton, any update on Terry Johnson?
Yes, actually, the update is good. Terry Johnson didn't even really get seen by any of the trainers. It was a right leg injury. He's actually back in the game, so he's good to go. The real injury, Patrick Aiken, a left shoulder injury. He had it iced up over halftime, and Devin Roberts, a right foot injury.
All right, here we go. Outstanding play this time by Joseph Saravallo. Catches that pass from Murphy and moves the chains out to about the 47-yard line. First down for Delaware State.
And it was odd that we saw so little of Murphy in the first half after he started the ball game, but now he does start the second half.
All right, here we go. Murphy again from the gun. And Murphy sets up, fires. This pass incomplete. And the defender over there from the Rattlers, actually, Darren Parker, may have had a shot at an interception. The intended receiver for the Hornets was Morris Frazier, a 6'2", 210-pound redshirt sophomore out of Felton, Delaware.
In Orlando.
And it's going to make it 2nd down and 10 for Delaware State from their own 47.
And he was open. That curl flat combination has been open for them most of the afternoon.
Yeah. Hornets are moving left to right toward the south end zone. Spread formation this time for quarterback Corey Murphy. And they run the draw play, sprint draw.
Boy, and that's a big tackle
Basketball fans,
coming up from
head
the
coach LaDon Gibson and the
secondary, John Ojo.
They will host Tennessee State on
Dayhon
Sunday,
John,
November 17th,
the ball carrier.
Center at 3 p.m.
It's going to make it 3rd down and about 4 to go for Delaware State. Mike, the cover story in today's Strike magazine is all about the Rattler Sports Network and how we have evolved from just a radio network to a multimedia operation.
From sitting in the stands at Howard and the Bees on top of a trunk to what we are right now. Boy, bad
snap for Delaware State. And Murphy alertly runs back and falls on it, but it's going to bring up 4th down now for the Hornets. And 4th down and
stop chopping.
Walk color.
Stop chopping.
Yeah. And so the Hornets will send on Marco Cano to punt. And the Rattlers are going to send
Terry Johnson for FAMU.
Yeah.
Terry Johnson.
So Terry must be all right. He's back returning punts.
He said, I'm okay. Now I got to return this punt. And here we go. 7:33 to play in the 3rd quarter. And Cano gets up a high kick. And it takes a Rattler bounce. And it's going to roll dead at about the 46-yard line of FAMU. That's going to be an excellent field position for the Rattlers for our 2nd possession of the 2nd half.
Yeah, really short punt. Terry tried to get up the field that ball, but actually after it hit the ground, it took about a 10-yard bounce back toward the Delaware State goal line.
Keith and Mike, Elton Gumble here on the sidelines, keeping an eye on Carson Royal. He is not going out there right now. He's being tended to his right knee. He spent that entire past possession with a heating pad on his right knee, so he will not be in the game. Jerry Kaplan is there behind center.
All right, Jerry Kaplan, 6'2", 220, redshirt senior out of Miami at quarterback right now, and he gives it to James Owens. And boy, the Hornets really infiltrated the backfield that time. Chikizi Yukiji, 6'3", 290-pound senior out of Staten Island, makes the stop. We're going to lose 2 yards and make it 2nd down and 12 for the Rattlers, with the ball resting now back at our own 44-yard line.
Yeah, and the Rattlers' depth and preparation really being tested now as the Rattlers going with their number 3 quarterback in the ball game, and Jerry Kaplan.
Yeah, Kaplan this time is going to send Casey Glines wide to the far boundary. He's isolated over there. Bunch 3 to the near side. And at Mason Felix is going to check the coverage. And Kaplan's going to fire. That pass thrown short.
Yeah, Kaplan kind of short armed that one. Didn't really have a chance to get much of a warm up.
Yeah, 3rd down now and 12 to go.
Yeah. So I would expect the Rattlers to be a little more conservative now and try to protect their number 3 quarterback here.
Yeah. Third down and 12 for the Rattlers. And Kaplan's going to send Twins to the near boundary. Isolated receiver to the far side. And James Owens in the backfield. No, it's Lamont Vice. And Vice fights his way into Delaware State territory down to about the 48-yard line. And that's what we needed on that 1-yard line.
Onto the field for FAMU.
But it's not going to be enough for a first down. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Rattlers. Kobe Blanton will check on the punt, and it will be Malik Golson deep to receive for the Hornets of Delaware State.
Got a couple of scores to pass along. It's North Carolina A&T 41. Savannah State, 14. That's the game as a final. It's North Carolina Central 17, Norfolk State 13 with 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and Howard 7, Texas Southern 3, and that is a 1st quarter score as Blanton gets the punt away.
Oh, my goodness.
Going to go all the way to the end zone.
To the back of the end zone. Boy, he must have had the wind kind of ticket too, Mike, because he got a real foot in that one.
That's going to come out to the 20-yard line.
And so the Hornets will begin first and 10 from there,
20-yard line.
Trailing by 11, 21-10, 5:35 to play here in the third quarter. Mike, it has settled down now in this third quarter to a defensive game.
Which is what we expected. The Rattlers had that flurry in the second quarter, but the game is right, Keith. It's settled down. Two good defensive teams right now slugging it out.
First and 10 Hornets, Corey Murphy. Boy, and he fumbles the snap. It was like he wasn't quite ready for it, but he alertly falls on it. He's going to lose a few yards on it, make it second down and about 13 to go now for Delaware State.
Yeah, and it was a matchup that I really like, Keith, because the strength of their team is their passing game, and the strength of this Rattler defense is certainly its secondary. It's going to be second down and about 13 to go. 21-10 the score with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
All right, Corey Murphy and the Hornets going to go triplets to the near boundary. Now send Golson in motion to the far side, the spread formation, and throw the underneath route. It's caught over here by number 83 for Delaware State.
It's 87.
87? Yeah, 87. Robert King. King is 6'1", 190-pound junior out of Pikesville, Maryland. But he'll pick up the first down, and that'll move the chains.
If you or someone you know is a victim of domestic violence, call the domestic violence hotline at 1-800-799-7233. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. And that's for Toya.
First and 10 Hornets from their own 30-yard line. They hand it off to
can't tell if that's Chung or Williams on the carry.
I think it was
22.
No, it's 22. Lamar Shaw, the fullback, 5'9", 230-pound redshirt junior out of Mount Vernon, New York. And he's going to pick up, looks like 3 yards, second down and 7 to go for Delaware State. 4:05 to play now in the third quarter.
Rattlers have certainly done a better job here in the third quarter of slowing down this running attack.
Murphy from the gun. Again, a spread formation. And Murphy pulls out to run and then tosses the pass downfield to number 15, Saravallo. Penalty markers come out.
Yeah, Terry Johnson got his hand up in his face mask again. He wasn't really trying to, but he got his hand up. It looked like his hand might have got stuck in his face mask. And that's going to be a 15-yard mark off for a personal foul. So now the Hornets suddenly with good field position inside the Rattler 40.
Yeah, at the Rattler 39-yard line. 3:37 to play, third quarter. 21-10, Rattlers leading Delaware State. Corey Murphy from the gun again, triplets, 5 wides. Boy, that pass was, he was harassed as he threw the pass.
It was number 56 that came through on the blitz. Kayshawn Butler, 6'1", 220-pound redshirt sophomore out of Dania, Florida.
The pass was incomplete, and it'll make it second down and 10 for Delaware State.
Yeah, and it was a really long throw from the far hash mark over to that sideline and came close to being intercepted.
Second down and 10 for Delaware State. This time Milton Williams is isolated to the far side. There are 3 receivers or triplets to the near boundary, and Murphy throws this out for Malcolm Williams, and Malcolm is tripped up and dropped at about the 34-yard line, which will make it third down now, and about 5 to go for a Hornet first down.
Yeah, that was Patrick Akins, who was injured. He's back in the ball game also.
Third down and 6.
And a big third down play right here, Keith. And they may already be in 4-down territory. Too long for a field goal, but too short to punt. So let's see if they try to get the whole thing or just try to get a chunk of it here. and set up a short 4th down play.
A possession play for Delaware State. And Murphy throws the out, got a man wide open over there, and that was Malcolm Williams. He's going to pick up the first down at the Rattler 25.
Yeah, I mean, a receiver wide open over on the sideline. Looked like it had to be a blown coverage on that. Easy first down throw and catch for Delaware State.
First and 10 Hornets at the Rattler 25.
Coach, I went up to the AD's booth, and Coach Rudy Hubbard, Coach Alan Bogan, Coach Amos Hill, all enjoying the ball game up there.
All right, 2:14 to play, and the ball's resting at the Rattler 25-yard line. And Murphy fires down the middle. That pass almost picked off, but it's going to fall incomplete and make it 3rd down and 10. It was Malik Golson streaming toward the end zone, and Golson.
Yeah, he was coming right down the seam. Actually, one of the Rattlers came close to making an interception, but it was also dangerously close to being a touchdown.
Yeah, and I had a chance to be picked off, but it came through the Rattlers' hands and into Golson's, and he couldn't hold on. So it's 2nd down and 10 for Del State. Now it's 2nd down and 10. Ball's resting at the Rattler 25. And Murphy fires. This pass is caught. That's a great looking throw and catch by number 15, Saravallo. And he's going to take it down inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line, and that's a first down for Delaware State.
Yep, the Rattler rush is not getting there. Too much time for the quarterback. They throw the curl route. They can get a first down at the 1-yard line with 1:52 to go here in the 3rd.
And this is what Coach Holmes was talking about, Mike, in the pregame show about closing the deal. You know, gotta close it. All right, here we go. Corey Murphy and the Hornets at the Rattler 11-yard line. They hand it off.
On a gain only about a yard.
Yeah, not much there. As they unpile, it was Daehan Chong, the ball carrier.
And it's Mike Dupree down. And it was Mike Dupree, the first Rattler to get there on that tackle.
Yeah, Dupree is down, and they've whistled a timeout. So 1:08 to play, 3rd quarter, 21-10 FAMU. And we'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattlers. All right, here we go. Corey Murphy under center. Wing left, receivers to either side, and play action. Murphy looks, fires in the end zone, and that pass is caught for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Hornets.
It was Joseph Saravallo, and that is a 9-yard touchdown pass. Delaware State closes the gap to 21-16.
Yeah, and they're getting ready to go for 2, Keith. They're going to try to get this game to within a field goal. So they're going to keep their offense on the field here and go for the 2-point conversion to try to cut it to 3. 50 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Hornets going for the 2-point conversion.
All right, to Corey Murphy. Going to stack receivers. 5 wides and isolate a receiver over here to the near side. Check the Rattler coverage, and Murphy fires in the end zone. And the 2-point conversion attempt is batted down. Let's give that Rattler some credit. John Ojo.
Yeah, and they obviously, Keith saw that in film study. He was ready for that play, stepped in and knocked it down to maintain the 5-point lead at 21-16.
And so, with 50 seconds.
596 or on the web at www.pssoffl.com.
And the Hornets close the gap to 21-16 after a 9-yard touchdown pass from Corey Murphy to Joseph Saravallo. The 2-point attempt fails, and so the Rattlers with a 5-point 21-16 lead. And here's the ensuing kickoff. End over end kick, going to be fielded at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And let's see. James Owens actually might kind of bobble that ball a little bit. He secured it and decided, okay, let me get out of bounds, and I think I got about all I can get on this one. But it sets the Rattlers up in pretty good field position at our own 31-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 Rattlers from our 31 with 42 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, and this is a Delaware State team, Keith, who has played a lot of close games, especially late. They beat A&T 12-7. They knocked off Howard on the last second field goal, 22-20. They went over Norfolk State again, 14-7. So they played a lot of close games where they figured out a way to come through at the end.
All right, here we go. Rattlers going to stay with Jerry Kaplan at quarterback. Receivers to either side. James Owens in the backfield. That's Dwayne Harvey that goes in motion. And we give it to James Owens. And boy, there's just not much room for him to run there as he runs smack into the interior of the Delaware State defensive line.
Yeah, and Delaware State, obviously, knowing that the Rattlers are down to their number 3 quarterback, bringing more people down into the box. They want to force Jerry Kaplan to have to beat them throwing the football.
Yeah. All right. Rattlers send Linworth Lennon this time to the far boundary. And a receiver near side, load and offset I with Owens as the I back.
I think that they're going to let the clock run out.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter play here in Tallahassee as the Rattlers lead Delaware State 21-16. And we'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattlers Sports Network. All right, Rattlers with a 2nd down and 9 to go. Fourth quarter now. Rattlers are heading toward the south end zone, moving left to right as we start the fourth quarter. It's Jerry Kaplan at quarterback. And the Rattlers send receiver in motion, check the coverage, and give it to James Owens. Owens stumbling forward just shy of the 40-yard line, about the 39. That's going to be a gain of about 7, make it 3rd down and 3 for FAMU.
And the Rattlers could use a 1st down right here, Keith, to give that defense a bit of a break. And also, it's that first down of a drive that's usually the hardest to get. Got a 3rd down and 3 right here for Jerry Kaplan.
A possession play for the Rattlers as we shift from the offset.
Got 1-on-1 at the top.
Yeah, isolated receiver over there. Lonnie Lockett checks the coverage. And we run it back the other way to James Owens. And man, Owens ran into one of his own ball players and then 2 Hornets. And it's a lot of pushing and shoving trying to get James Owens that 1st down.
And it looks like he's going to come up just short. And the Rattlers going to have to give the football back to Delaware State. It's going to be just short. Rattlers may be asking for a measurement, but it certainly from our vantage point looks to be just a little bit short. You know, if the Rattlers had a fake punt, this might not be a bad time for it.
Yeah.
3 quarters in the books. Delaware State with 20 first downs, the Rattlers 7. James Owens has 60 yards and 13 carries for the Rattlers. It is 4th down.
Yeah, 4th down and less than a yard to go for a Rattler 1st down. And it's decision time for Coach Holmes now.
Delaware State's quarterback, 17 of 25 for 157 yards. Carson Royal and Jerry Kaplan are 8 of 10 for 190 yards.
4th down and 1.
Looks like Coach Holmes has decided to punt. Yeah, I think that's the right call.
Right at 14 minutes.
5-point lead. Ball on not on the plus side of the 50.
Unless you have a good fake.
Unless you got a good fake. We'll see. Good snap. Boy, Colby shanks it. Oh, my goodness. Delaware State's going to get excellent field position.
That's going to be about
a
50. Boy, he's still walking. That's going to be about a 12-yard punt.
Yeah, Delaware State's going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Hornets have
First down and
10. Ball at their own 48-yard line.
Joe Saravallo has 6 catches for 83 yards to lead Delaware State.
All right, twin receivers to either side for Corey Murphy. And it's Lamar Shaw in the backfield for Delaware State. Well, check that, it's Nate G. Jackson in the backfield.
Yep, they're checking off at the line.
And here we go, Murphy steps up, fires downfield. His pass is, oh boy. The pass was intended down there for Goldson, and it looked like John Ojo, who came across and really
broke the pass up. And
it's
the thing I don't understand about football now, that he hit him about waist high, he aimed the waist high anyway. When a player ducks his head, there's nothing he can do but hit his head, and it's going to be a targeting call, and they're going to try to throw John Ojo out of the ball game. And see, without instant replay,
yeah.
John Ojo is out of the game. And you see right here, you look at it, it's his shoulder. You can see Ojo put a shoulder into him as we look at the replay. Coach Holmes really upset over on the far sideline, but that is a flawed rule that is going to have to be changed at the end of the year, because it was clearly a shoulder, not helmet to helmet, and he aimed about waist high, and the offensive player really ducked into him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they will not use the video for the Jumbotron to review. So the game is not televised, so John Ojo is done for today.
And so that hurts on two different levels.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even close. As you see Ojo's helmet go completely by him.
All right, here we go. Murphy going to give to Jackson. No, Murphy kept it in the zone read, and that's just an outstanding defensive play.
Keith, he tackled everybody in the backfield. They were trying to run the zone read. He grabbed the running back. When the quarterback tried to pull it, Kayshawn Butler grabbed him, and it's going to be about a 5-yard loss when it's all said and done.
And Mike, speaking of Kayshawn Butler, another redshirt sophomore. Getting valuable playing time. This round of defense is going to be outstanding, Mike. They're getting a lot of young folks some playing time. Second down and about 14 yards to go for Delaware State, and the Rattlers is going to take time out.
Yeah, and the Rattlers, I think, probably had too many men on the field.
Yeah, 12:58 to play in the ball game. 21-16, we'll be back. Down there, that pass is caught. And they're going to say he made the catch at about the 8-yard line. It's going to be first and goal to go for Delaware State. Outstanding. Hey, this Corey Murphy, Mike, is some kind of passer.
Yeah, he came back. He's had a bad first half. They had to pull him for a while, but he has come back with a vengeance here in the second half.
First and goal, Hornets at the FAMU 8-yard line.
Who are threatening to take the lead with a touchdown.
Yeah. Hornets going to send two twin receivers to the far boundary. And
looks like a new quarterback, Wildcat here.
Yeah, tight end near side. This is Malcolm Williams. They were in the Wildcat, and then we've got penalty markers on the play.
They're going to lose 5 yards for a false start. Yeah, they pulled their quarterback. Actually, the quarterback was in the game, but he was split out to the right as a receiver. 12:30 in the ball game. 21-16 is our score.
Hornets threatening inside the red zone at the Rattler 13-yard line. They have not had the lead since.
Boy, flags go down again. They were trying to get a timeout, but I don't think they got it in time.
Yeah, Delaware State took the lead early, and the Rattlers scored a touchdown, and they have not had the lead since then.
And they are traveling in the wrong direction right now as they get their second false start penalty. It's now first down and goal from the 18-yard line.
$11:58 to go, fourth quarter. 21-16, Rattlers leading. But again, the Hornets are inside the red zone at the Rattler 18-yard line and threatening. 21-16, and Corey Murphy takes the snap, fires across the middle. That pass is caught, and it's a touchdown. That is a touchdown by Milton Williams. And the Hornets are going to regain the lead with 11:37 to play here in the fourth quarter.
They're going to take a 22-21 lead, and Sean Ward is at the 25-yard line having trouble getting to his feet. He's walking towards the sideline under his own power. 11:37 to go in the ball game, and Delaware State has taken a 22-21 lead. Looks again as though they're going to go for the two-point conversion to make it a field goal ball game. A field goal ahead this time. Keith, that pass has been there. He rolled slightly to his left. It was a post, the shallow post coming back the other way. And with the veteran safety John Ojo out, that play was there for the touchdown.
Hornets going for the 2-point.
All right, the Hornets are going to go for 2. They'll empty the backfield, triplets to the far boundary, twins to the near side, 5 wides for Corey Murphy. And Murphy fires in the end zone for Williams. He can't hold on. And so it's a 1-point lead now for Delaware State, 22-21. And we'll be back after these words from our network sponsors, the Rattler Sports Network.
All right, guys, listen up. Before you step out into the night, I want you.
Milton Williams from Corey Murphy. The 2-point conversion failed. It's 22-21. Mike Carson Royal is standing on the sideline now, and not sure what his status will be when the Rattlers go back on offense. But he is up and standing near the sideline.
May need to check with Elton to see if he's been given the okay.
Yeah. All right, Hornets set to kick it off. This will be Mitchell Ward. And Ward, again, a squib kick. Going to be fielded by an up Rattler at the 35 and down at about the 42-yard line. So they're willing to sacrifice field position rather than kick the football to James Owens.
Yep, that was Lamont Bice, who gets a good return out to the 43.
Yeah. But again, they're willing to sacrifice field position and to kick it. Owens had the big return last week against South Carolina State. They don't want that.
And it looks as though it's going to be Carson Royal back in the ballgame.
Back in at quarterback, Carson Royal.
Go, Elton.
Yes, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Carson Royal, that was the good news. He jogged back. He was just he was suffering from cramping in the lower body. That was what it was officially called. Of course, he went into the locker room, spent about a good portion of the third quarter in there, but he is good, healthy, ready to go, and ready to try and lead this team back into the lead.
And he continues to work on his completion percentage as he completes that pass to Linworth Lennon for 2 yards and make it second down and 8 to go. And so Carson still pitching 1,000 pretty much. The only incompletion he has was an interception.
Yeah. Carson, they probably took him in to get some fluids.
Yeah.
If he was cramping up, his first extended action of the year.
Yeah, second down and 8 now for the Rattlers, trailing by 1, 22-21, with 10:53 to play in the ball game. Carson sets up, fires the underneath to Linworth Lennon, and Linworth spinning and takes it down in Delaware State territory at about the 47-yard line, and that's going to make it third down and 1 for FAMU.
Yeah, another short yardage situation here. We faced one not very long ago, failed to get it, and Delaware State took over and went down and took the lead. Rattlers have 2 shots now to pick up this 1 yard.
Yeah, and immediately you see the lift in the offense with Carson back at the controls. They give it to, that's a first down.
Oh, he was down.
And Delaware State is going to rumble into the end zone
Lamont Bice was down on the play. Boy, that's
a touchdown.
That's terrible. And now there's a referee back here asking for the ball.
But he ain't asking forceful enough. They're going to rule it a touchdown.
Boy, that Lamont Bice was clearly down.
Corey Scott returned it for the touchdown. Now the back judge is going to talk to the referee. At least we are hoping that's what he's going to do. No, he's not. He ran right past it. They're going to rule it a touchdown.
And we're looking at the replay now. We can clearly see Bice on the ground, still in possession of the football.
Yeah, his arm is down. He's down.
Oh, yeah, clearly down. And now the Rattlers are going to call time with it. Without replay, there's no way. There's just no way to overturn that call.
Yeah.
But it's obviously the wrong call. We can clearly see his arm down and him still in possession of the football.
He's down. His knees are down. When you look
well,
at
certainly any part other than your hand, and
right.
with his forearm on the ground, that's down. But that is the problem when it's not a televised game
right.
and you don't have replay.
Right. All right, breaking the action. We'll clear it up for you when we come back. 10:01 to go. Right now it's 28-21 Delaware State. We'll be back after these words from our network sponsors, the Rattler Sports Network.
Hey FAMU fans, new coach Earl Holmes has the Rattlers ready to strike, and the Marching 100 is back. It's fall frenzy time in Tallahassee. From Friday night fun to relaxing Sunday brunch, fall frenzy adds to the excitement of FAMU game day. Discover the rich history of African American culture at the FAMU Black Archives, Riley House Museum, and the Knott House Museum. Go to visittallahassee.com and find out all about fall frenzy events. And go Rattlers!
All right, guys, listen up. Before you step out into the night, I want you to designate a driver, because great times don't happen without that guy. He's the guy who makes sure you don't act like an idiot in front of the cute girl across the room. He buys her a Budweiser and says it's from you. And then, at the end of the best night of your life, he makes sure you get her home safely. So raise high your Bud for the hero of the night, the designated driver. Great times await. Grab some Bud.
Enjoy responsibly. Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Is to somehow, even if the game isn't televised, we have to have some way to have replay, because I see games each week and they're bad calls. There are games on television. There was one the other day. The guy was on the 5-yard line. They gave him a safety, said he was in the end zone. So they all make bad calls, but not having replay and the ability to correct it really hurts this conference. Yeah.
So Delaware State now takes a 29-21 lead on another controversial call. The officials gave Norfolk State a touchdown 2 weeks ago. And assistant supervisor of officials told us last week it was a blown call.
And if we see him in Orlando, he'll tell us that was a blown call as well, yeah.
End over end kick is going to sail in the back of the end zone. Rattlers won't return it. And so, 29-21. And there'll be controversy about this one, too. Coach Holmes composed himself enough not to get a flag thrown today, but he was obviously upset about it.
Oh, and he should be.
And he should be.
And I mean, those kind of calls cost games. And even harkening back to the Ojo ejection.
Right.
It kept a drive alive. You take your number one safety out of the ball game. That, it hurts on a lot of different levels. But the Rattlers still only a one-possession game down.
Yeah, Carson from the gun. One setback, and he's going to look to pass. Sets up, fires downfield, and he's got his man. It's Casey Glines, makes the catch at the 40-yard line. That's about a 13-yard reception and a first down for the Rattlers.
Yeah, and you see a strong sideline throw right there from Carson Royalty, the quick release. Carson, good getting that ball out to Casey Glines, who needs to stay on his feet and pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
First down and 10 for the Rattlers now at our own 40-yard line. We're moving left to right. 9:41. Still plenty of time in this ball game, but you hate to see bad calls take over the game. And here we go. We hand it off to Lamont Vice. This time Lamont's got every hand, arm, and leg around the football that he can. He's going to pick up about 3, second down and 7 to go for the Rattlers.
Rattlers trying to move it down for the tying.
If your arm and your knee is down on the ground, how could it be a fumble? Triplets to the near boundary. Isolated receiver Casey Glines to the far side. And Carson Royal sets up. And Carson throws back, makes the throw and catch.
Yeah. Carson had Bice out in the flats, but he wanted to go a little bit further downfield.
Dennis Hall makes the reception.
Good job of protecting Carson that time. Had all day to look around the field.
And that's a first down. They'll move the chains.
Right at midfield.
Right at midfield. 8:45 to go. Still plenty of time. Rattlers, no need to panic. Just need to protect the football and move it down the field. And here we go. Triplets near boundary. Glines isolated. We throw the screen out here for Linworth. Leonard's got some blockers down in front. And Linworth inside the 45 to the 44. That's going to be a gain of 6. They'll make it second down and 4 for the Rattlers of FAMU.
And you're right, Keith. Carson Royal comes right back into the game.
And the offense
making accurate throw after accurate throw.
And still no incompletions yet. 8:04 to go. And the Rattler offense on the move at the Hornet 44-yard line now. And Glines isolated over here near side, trips to the far boundary. Carson fires across the middle, and that's his first incompletion, and Dennis Hall should have had that.
Yeah, that ball was just a straight drop. It's going to bring up third down now and 5, and the Rattlers can't afford not to convert those first downs.
We got to convert. We need to put some points on the board.
Third down and 4.
With this drive.
Yeah, on this drive. Doesn't even have to be a touchdown because, like you said, it's still more than half the quarter to go.
Yeah. I think we can trust the defense. Coach Holmes can trust his defense. The offense needs to put at least 3 on the board this drive. Here we go. Carson fires underneath to Linworth. Turns upfield. He's got the first down. He's got more. And Linworth's going to go down at the 35-yard line of Delaware State. And that's around the first down. Move those chains.
And Linworth Leonard, the first 3 quarters did not have a catch. And now suddenly he erupts.
7:39 to go. Rattlers are moving. Lamont Vice checks out of the lineup. And here we go.
It's like James Owens checked back in.
Triplets to the near boundary. Casey Glines is wide to the far side. And Carson sets up. Carson throws the underneath, got his man. And boy, in a bit of desperation, had a big rush coming. Carson completes the pass.
Yeah, had Ajay, the linebacker, right in his lap, holding on to him.
It was James Owens, Mike, who came free to help his quarterback out.
I think originally that was going to be a screen, but he held it so long that most of the blocking had dissipated. But James comes up with the catch.
Yeah, although it's only back to the line of scrimmage, but it's second down and 10, and it avoided the sack. And so second and 10 for the Rattlers from the Hornet 35 with 6:41 to go now. And Carson rolling, got running room, going to fire downfield. Got a man there, and it's incomplete. Penalty markers on the play.
I think the Rattlers going to get a holding call as Carson was rolling to his right. Now it's going to back us up again. Yeah, try to get a little bit too much of it back at one time.
Yeah, it had plenty of running room too. In that situation, Carson should have pulled it down and just gotten. He probably could have run for the first down.
I tell you what, Carson is showing much more mobility, I think, than was expected.
Yeah,
he's doing a good job of moving around in the pocket, making time.
Yeah, rolling. And here we go.
Second down and 20.
Yeah, 6:30 to play. 29-21. Rattlers need to put some points on the board here. Carson 5 wides, empty backfield this time. Steps up, that pass tipped.
Boy, that is an outstanding interception.
Yeah, it's going to be intercepted by number 21 for Delaware State, Joe Boyd. And Delaware State will take over at their own 35-yard line. Again, they got pressure, and the ball was tipped.
Yeah, that ball was right into the hands of Casey Glines, Keith. It went right through his hands and into the hands of the defender, who made a great diving catch. Give him credit, but that ball clearly should have been caught.
Yeah. All right, 6:24 to go. Delaware State probably going to be content to run a little clock now. With Najee Jackson in the backfield. And they give it to Jackson, and he's going to be hit at the point of attack and drop. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, no time to still no time to panic. Rattlers can get a 3-and-out right here and get the football back. Still plenty of time to go in the ball game as the clock is counting down towards 6 minutes here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, Derek Connor, 6'4", 225, the redshirt junior out of Miramar on the stop for the Rattlers. No gain, 2nd and 10 for Delaware State.
But you're right, Keith. They're milking every second they can. Play clock under 5 now.
Yeah.
And actually, that should be a flag. Yeah. We had 2 guys moving at the same time. That's going to be an illegal shift. But since the Rattlers held it to about a 2-yard gain, they may decline and force a 3rd down and 8 here. But it does stop the clock.
Yeah, they handed it off to Najee Jackson. Again, the 6'2", 220 sophomore out of Gainesville, Georgia.
Yep, the Rattlers take the penalty. Instead, they're going to make it 2nd down and 15.
5:33 to play in the ball game. And the Hornets send Saravallo wide to the far boundary. And a receiver near side. Wing left, Jackson in the backfield for Corey Murphy. Murphy, long count now. And they give it to Jackson once again, and boy, he broke some tackles. He gets the penalty assessment back, plus he's going to pick up about 8 yards, maybe even 9.
Yeah, going to be 3rd and about 6 to go right here. Big play.
Yeah.
Biggest play in the ball game right now for the defensive unit.
Yeah.
Still 5 minutes to go in the quarter. If they can get a stop right here, Rattlers with plenty of time to move down and get the tying scores.
Yeah, this is a possession play for Delaware State. 4:39 to go. And the Rattlers, the Hornets send receivers to either side. Wing right this time. Jackson again in the backfield for Corey Murphy. They're moving right to left. And they hand it to Jackson.
It's going to be stopped.
Yeah, good tackle there.
The other thing, Keith, we've already used 2 of our timeouts. So only 1 remaining.
Jonathan Pillow on the stop. Mike, Devin Roberts was hurt last week.
Came back in.
Yeah.
And, boy, it's important that he did come back now that losing Ojo as early as we did. And which means he also will have to sit out the first half of the game in Orlando.
Wow. All right, 4th down for Delaware State.
Yeah, Delaware State's going to run it all the way out. Either call timeout with 1 second or go ahead and take the 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, they may take the penalty. 3:38.
And there's the penalty for too much time.
Delay of game, offense, number 83, 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
And so the Rattlers will get the ball back with over 3 minutes to go.
We're hearing some conversations from the stands up here, and they were talking about being hospitable to the officials.
Boy, that's a short punt, Keith. He got that one off the side of his foot, and Rattlers going to take over at about the 31-yard line. 3:28 to go.
Yeah.
Down by 8. You know, touchdown and a 2-point conversion. None of the ribs.
Oh, my goodness. 3:28 to play. 29-21 Delaware State. Carson Royal pulls it down. He's going to run. And somebody on the sideline told Carson, you should have taken off and run that last.
And they were trying to go to Casey Glines, Keith, but again, he was not looking back for the football, so he has to pull it down.
Carson's going to get about 6 yards on that play, though. 2nd down and 4. But at some point, we got to go vertical.
Yeah. 3 minutes to go, and still plenty of time in the ball.
Yeah.
Making first downs, that's going to be the key.
Yeah. 2nd down and 4. Carson fires the out. It's caught. That's a first down for the Rattlers.
That's the first down pickup on the play from FAMU.
That's at Mason Felix.
At Mason Felix. Moves the chains. First down and 10. Now we're going to need the band to kind of quiet down when we break the huddle.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Keith, because this is not the time. You have communications right now key for the Rattlers. Although they are taking a pretty good amount of time in the huddle.
All right, Carson and the Rattlers. First down and 10, balls resting at our own 43. Carson looking to pass. Dancing around, fires across the middle. That pass is picked off. And it's number 36, Corey Scott.
Had 2 big plays in the ball game. He picks up the fumble and goes in for the touchdown, and now that could be the game-sealing interception with 2:14 to go. And well, when you see that on film, they're going to look. Casey Glines was a good 15 yards behind everybody. But you can't blame Carson on that one, trying to make a play.
10 Delaware State, ball at the Rattler 45-yard line.
First down and 10 for Delaware State at the Rattler 45 now with 2:14 to go. And here we go. They hand it off to,
it looks like
Najee Jackson. And Jackson going to get 1 yard, make it 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, Rattlers used their last time out.
All right, breaking the action. We'll be back after these words from our network state. Balls resting at the Rattler 44-yard line. 2:08 to go in the ball game. And the Hornets are going to go to a spread formation. Corey Murphy under center. Sends a man in motion, gives it to Newback in the backfield now for Delaware State. That is Malcolm Williams, 5'10", 175-pound redshirt junior from Reading, Pennsylvania.
That was Corey Murphy on the carry.
All right, spread formation again. 3rd down and about 7 to go for Delaware State. They give it to Williams again. He's going to be dropped at the 40-yard line. Make it 4th down for Delaware State. 4th down, about 5 yards to go for the Hornets.
Yeah, and it's going to, boy, the clock's going to be down to about 40 seconds when the Rattlers get the football back. The Hornets going to let it again tick all the way out. Matter of fact, it looks like 36 seconds are going to be left if they let it run all the way down. But again, Keith, this is sort of the tale of 2 seasons. The Rattlers with a lot of close losses. The Hornets, a lot of close wins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and a tale of 2 teams in terms of the Rattlers here today, too, Mike. When Carson was in, we were moving offensively. Carson gets shaken up or suffers from cramps. needs fluids.
Yeah, missed almost 2 quarters.
Yeah. And Delaware State climbs back in it, and then we needed it. The bad call, of course, but high kick, and it sails out of bounds. And so when Carson comes back, we begin to move it, but now we're under a lot of pressure to get things done quickly, and so some mistakes were made. But here we go. 29-21, 28 seconds remaining. Mike, we got to pick some players of the game.
Defensively, Keith, I think it's Mike Dupree.
Okay. And let's see. Want to go Carson or Glines on offense? Glines has 2 touchdowns.
Oh, I'd say Carson, without a doubt.
Yeah, Royal. Okay. And special teams.
Well, we had Bice with the big, had a couple of nice returns.
All right, here we go. Carson Royal fires downfield for Glines. He makes the catch.
Oh, what a throw.
And what a catch. At about the 26-yard line. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock. We're going to go with Bice on special teams.
So first down pickup for FAMU.
All right, Carson Royal, offensive player of the game. Defensive player of the game, Mike Dupree, another outstanding performance. And Lamont Bice for special teams this afternoon. All right, here we go. Carson Royal looks to pass, sets up, steps up in the pocket, fires down, got a man, that's James Owens. Now Owens going to get what he can and get out of bounds.
Keith, stranger things have happened. If you saw the Nebraska win last week, the Hail Mary, and there were 2 Hail Marys that were answered on last week. So if we get close enough so that Carson Royal can reach the end zone, hey, we got a couple of shots. It's not over.
Yeah. Rattlers go spread formation, twin receivers to either side. 17 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, need about 10 more yards for him to be able to get that ball cleanly to the end zone.
Yeah. And it's got an open.
All right, he's got a man open. Got a couple of guys open.
Yeah.
But a smart play, because if they get tackled in bounds and don't have a first down, the clock will run out.
Right. And the Rattlers have no timeouts remaining. And so we got to use the sidelines and the clock. So Carson gets what he can, gets out of bounds, and it'll be 2nd down and 6 with 12 seconds left.
Yeah, if he could hit one on the sideline for about 10 more yards, that would give him a chance to reach the end zone with a Hail Mary. Or if he gets the first down in a spike.
Yeah, all right, 2nd down. Carson, spread formation. Gets out of that backfield and fires down, boy, and that pass is incomplete. It's intended down there for Casey Glines, but it's going to fall incomplete to make it 3rd down for the Rattlers with 5 seconds.
More importantly, only 5 seconds to go. So this more than likely is going to be the last play. And you can see right now the Hornets dropping guys back inside the 20-yard line.
All right, here we go. With 5 seconds left, Carson Royal takes the snap, rolls, launches one to the end zone for Casey. It's a fight for it in the end zone, but it's going to fall incomplete, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. The final score, Delaware State 29, FAMU 21. The Hornets come to Tallahassee and claim victory. All right, we'll be back with our Tallahassee Democrats.